The first few weeks of the NBA season have provided fans with a boatload of scoring, unforgettable performances, and generally thrilling action. But who could have predicted that among all the teams and stars showing out to start the season, the league's most entertaining squad would be the high-octane Indiana Pacers? Well, believe it, because with Tyrese Haliburton leading the way, we've literally never seen an offense like this before. The fact the Pacers own the NBA's top-ranked offense through 10 games is already a feel-good story in itself. Indiana finished 21st in offensive efficiency last season and hasn't produced a top 10 offense in 12 years. But to simply tell you that the Pacers have the league's best offense right now would be a massive understatement. Indiana has scored 122 points per 100 possessions while playing at the league's third fastest pace. Through 11 games, the Pacers had scored at least 120 points 9 times, topped 130 4 times, exceeded 140 points twice, and even cleared 150 in a demolition of the Spurs.
Stop! He's already dead!
In splitting a pair of games with Philadelphia, the Pacers averaged 129 points against a 76ers team that entered the 2-game set boasting a top 5 defense. The Pacers don't just own the most efficient offense of the 2023-24 season, but the most efficient offense of all time. Now, I know there are a few caveats to that and plenty of skeptics out there rolling their eyes, so let's go through them one by one. You could say this is small sample size theater. You can't compare what the Pacers have done in a 10-game sample to what teams of the past have done over 82 games. Except that no team in history has scored more efficiently through their first 10 games of a season than this year's Pacers. You might also be thinking, wait a minute, isn't it true that offense in general has spiked and that the title of most efficient team ever is just a battle between teams from the last few years? Fair point. The three-point and analytics revolution has prioritized the highest value shots and led to an efficiency boom that makes it tough to compare offenses of today to those of years gone by. But even when taking into account how an offense performs relative to league average, this year's Pacers still score the highest marks ever.
How is that possible?
Indiana has scored 9.4 more points per 100 possessions than the average team in 2023-24. To put that number in perspective, only 3 teams have ever even been 8 points better than league average. The most recent of those 3 legendary scoring teams was the 73-win Warriors. The other 2 were Steve Nash-led offenses. That tracks, since Haliburton might be the closest thing to Nash in the modern game. Haliburton's more willing to let it fly than Nash was, though even Hallie should shoot more. But his combination of shooting, playmaking, pace, and pick-and-roll savvy is positively Nashian. Through 10 games, the 23-year-old was averaging 24.7 points and a league-leading 12.5 assists on 53, 44, 93 shooting. The only other players to average at least 24 and 12 over their first 10 games of a season were James Harden in 2016 and Oscar Robertson in 1961. No player had ever totaled at least 32 assists without a turnover over a 2-game span until Haliburton did it against the Sixers.
Who is this guy?
Pacers fans will remind you that while this historic level of team production is stunning, Indiana boasting an elite offense actually isn't. Remember, the team got off to a flying start last year too, and scored like a top 5 offense when Haliburton was on the court. The issue was that the 2023 All-Star missed 26 games, with Indiana going 7-19 in those contests. If Haliburton stays healthy, the Pacers will be a competitive team fueled by a terrific offense. What the youngster has done as Indiana's only All-Star is remarkable, but the Pacers' record-shattering attack deserves team-wide love. There's the additional shooting and spacing provided by Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, and Aaron Nesmith. Even 4th-year big man Jalen Smith is hot from deep. There's the shot creation of Benedict Mathurin, though the Canadian sophomore's foul drawing has regressed. There's the way Obi Toppin perfectly fits Haliburton's desire to push the ball. Add in the do-it-all connective energy of new Pacer Bruce Brown, and Indiana has a variety of aesthetically pleasing ways to slice and dice opponents.
This is fun! This is fun!
The Pacers have resorted to isolation play on less than 6% of their possessions. They're the league's third-ranked team in transition frequency. Opposing defenses can't crack this code by merely slowing the Pacers down either. Though the team aims to run the ball down opponents' throats whenever possible, Indiana also boasts the most efficient half-court offense in Cleaning the Glass's 21-year database. They don't turn the ball over. They run spread pick and roll with shooters and cutters around Haliburton and Turner, and they let it fly on the catch. They may not shoot 39% from deep as a team much longer, and it's unlikely they'll finish the season with the best offense of all time. But with head coach Rick Carlisle back in his bag, the Pacers' offense is legit. A brutal defense means the young Pacers still have work to do. But being elite on one end of the court already gives Indiana the floor of a solid team with genuine playoff hopes. As we noted earlier this year, the Pacers might be a forward away from genuine contention. The big picture stuff can wait though. For now, Pacers fans and hoops heads in general should be tuning in to watch the league's most unexpected, entertaining team.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.